of the economic survey of this year, Physical and Digital Infrastructure, Lifting Potential Growth. Now, infrastructure being a melange of numerous sectors, its multiplier effects on economy cannot be realized if it operates in silos. Thus, in 2019, the Government of India adopted a forward-looking programmatic approach towards infrastructure. The National Infrastructure Pipeline was born with a projected investment of around 111 lakh crore for FY20 to 25 for developing a comprehensive view of infrastructure development in the country, monitoring its progress at the highest level in the government for timely completion, and enabling a pipeline view for investors for them to plan infrastructure investment. The funding for infrastructure comes from a variety of sources, from government to private sector to multilateral. However, given the quantum of funding involved, a creative financing option such as asset monetization was also envisaged through the 5 lakh crore national monetization pipeline. Apart from generating critical financial resources, private participation in running risk-free brownfield assets will also help in ushering in operational efficiencies and better management of public assets. Government's vision and approach to infrastructure development in India, PPP model, that is public-private partnership. Public-private partnership appraisal committee is the apex body for appraisal of PPP projects in the central sector. It has streamlined the appraisal mechanism to ensure speedy and standardized appraisal of projects. Viability gap funding, launched by Department of Economic Affairs in 2006. Under the scheme, economic sector projects may get up to 40% of the capex as viability gap funding grant. The scheme includes higher provisions of viability gap funding grants for social sector. India Infrastructure Project Development Fund Scheme 2022, it aims to develop quality PPP projects by providing necessary funding support to the project sponsoring authorities. It will be implemented from FY23 to FY25. National Infrastructure Pipeline objective is a forward-looking approach with a projected infrastructure investment of around 111 lakh crore during FY20 to 25 to provide high-quality infrastructure across the country. It includes greenfield and brownfield infrastructure projects. Invest India Grid NIP is hosted on the Invest India Grid platform and provides opportunities for states and union territories and ministries to collate all the major infrastructure projects at a single location. Now, transportation sector dominates the national infrastructure pipelines. We see that the transportation has a major chunk, followed by energy and water and sanitation, then commercial infrastructure and logistics. These are data as of 13th of January 2023. Project Monitoring Group, it ensures fast tracking of the approval clearances of project with an anticipated investment of 500 crore and above. National Monetization Pipeline 2021 objective is to provide opportunity for deleveraging balance sheet and providing fiscal space for investment in new infrastructure assets. The estimate aggregate monetization potential under NPM, that is National Monetization Pipeline, is 6 lakh crore through core assets of central government over a 4-year period from FY20 to 25. Process of monetization entails a limited period license lease of an asset owned by the government or a public authority to private sectors for upfront or periodic considerations. Such license and lease of an asset includes provision for transfer of asset back to the authority at the end of the contract period. National Logistics Policy of 2022, overall cost in India has been in the range of 14 to 18% of the GDP against a global benchmark of 8%. Focus area is NLP seeks to develop a technologically enabled, integrated, cost-efficient, resilient, sustainable and trusted logistical ecosystem in the country for accelerated and inclusive growth. The policy is an endeavor to improve the competitiveness of Indian goods, enhance economic growth, and increase employment opportunities. It is aimed at bringing global standards to warehousing, multimodal digital integration, ease of logistics services, human resources, and skill enhancement. Implementation of the policy will be through a comprehensive logistical action plan, PM Gati Shakti. The objective of PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, that is 2021, entails creation of a common umbrella platform with all infrastructure projects pertaining to various ministries and departments incorporated within a comprehensive database for efficient planning and implementation on a real-time basis. The project pertains to seven engines, which is road, railway, airport, ports, mass transport, waterways, and logistic infrastructures. In the NIP, will be aligned with PM Gati Shakti framework. The focus is on integrating planning and synchronized implementation across ministries and departments with innovative use of technology. Tech support, a GIS based and data driven decision support platform called PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan has also been introduced. Development in the physical infrastructure sector, road transport, it acts as a mode of transportation and connectivity for the country's diverse population of consumers and businesses. Over 10,457 kilometers of national highways were constructed in FY22 as compared to 6,061 in FY16. When we see the figures of national highway road construction, which has increased since 2015-16, hitting unprecedented levels in 2020-21. Uh, just after in the pandemic, we see that the road construction was not stopped, and in fact, we had the highest output in road constructions of approximately 13,000 kilometers. Now, railways, it is called India's lifeline and played a huge role to and has a huge role to play in the national integration and regional development. It is the fourth largest network with over 68,031 route kilometers in world under single management. Major initiatives of Indian Railways: Mumbai Ahmedabad High Speed Rail Project, Dedicated Freight Corridor Project, Gati Shakti Multimodal Cargo Terminal, induction of semi-high speed Bharat Vande Bharat train sets, electrical electronic interlocking system, development of hyperloop technology, and Kisan rail trains. For civil aviation, FY22 saw a recovery in the aviation sector, mainly led by domestic sector. Initiatives like UDAN, that is Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, was launched to enhance connectivity between the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities in the country, promoting connectivity to underserved and undeserved airports. The government has also accorded in principle approval for the setting up of 21 greenfield airports across the country. For ports, the most of the international trade is handled through ports, around 90% of the international trade cargo by volume and 80% by value. Capacity of major ports increased from 871 million tons per annum to 1534 million tons per annum in March 2022, from 2014 to 2022. Inland water transport, navigable length of waterways in India is around 14,850 kilometers. Cargo movement is achieved has achieved an all-time high of 108 million tons during FY22, recording 30% growth compared to FY21. We see that the navigable length of waterways is highest in West Bengal, followed by Assam, Kerala, Odisha, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Bihar. National waterways. Under the National Waterways Act of 2016, 106 new waterways have been declared as national waterways, taking the total number of national waterways in the country to 111. Inland Vessel Bills 2021, it replaces the Inland Vessel Act of 1917. It aims to bring uniformity in application of law relating to inland waterways and navigation within the country. Electricity, total installed power. The total installed power capacity of utilities and captive power plants, industries having demand of 1 megawatt and above, was 482 gigawatts in March 2020, is up by 4.7% from 2021. Installed capacities in utilities was 399.5 gigawatt on 31st of March 2022, which is higher by 4.5% from 2021. Renewable energy resources between FY22. So we see the all India installed capacity mode wise. Hydroelectricity covers approximately 46.9 gigawatts. Thermal is still the highest at around 312. Nuclear forms 6.8 gigawatts, and the share of renewables is increasing, which right now stands at 116.4 gigawatts. And we see that there has been the highest growth in terms of percentage in the renewables. Thermal, however, has also seen some kind of growth in its development, and hydropower plant have seen an increase of 1.1%. Renewable energy resources between FY22 and FY21, the maximum rise in electricity generation was recorded in renewable energy resources for utilities and captive plants. Initiative for promoting renewable energy resources, PM Kusum, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Urja Suraksham Evam Utthan Mahabhiyan. It aims to provide energy and water security, de-dieselize the farm sector, and generate additional income for farmers by producing solar power. Solar Park scheme, it has been introduced to facilitate necessary infrastructures like land, power evacuation facilities, road connectivity, water facilities, along with all statutory clearances. Hydropower purchase obligations within non-solar renewable purchase obligations has been initiated. Development in the digital infrastructure telecommunication. Telephone subscribers as of November 2022, telephone subscriber base in India is 117 crores. Internet connection, more than 97% of the total subscribers are connected wirelessly. 83.7 crore people have internet connection as of June 2022. Tele density in India stood at 84%. It ranged from 55% in Bihar to 270% in Delhi. 5G rollout, Indian Telegraph Right of Way Amendment Rules 2022 will facilitate faster and easier deployment of telegraph infrastructure to enable speedy 5G rollout. Growth story of digital public infrastructure. Digital public infrastructure aimed at improving financial literacy, innovation, entrepreneurship, employment generation, empowering beneficiaries has played a crucial role in uplifting the economy. Aadhaar 2009 commenced the journey of digital public infrastructure. Growth drivers, favorable demographic, vast expanse of middle class, and digital behavior patterns have been instrumental in the growth of digital public infrastructures. That'll be all for this chapter.